I knew this day would come. I expected this day would come where I would have to face threats to my life like this. But if some Muslims are gonna drag me through this, then the whole world will watch. And I will make sure that the whole world watches. Who do you want to drag to Shariah court? Because if you want to drag me to Shariah court, then you'll be dragging your Prophet Muhammad, and Hazrat Aicha and al-Mu'mineen Aicha to Shariah court. But you're not realizing that, are you? Because you are that ignorant and that spiritually backward. And now I'm just getting the telepathic message from the Arcturians right now again, because they've been telling me this. So this is not the first time, but right now as I'm recording this video, they're telling me again telepathically that there are Pakistanis involved in this, that there are Pakistanis involved with this. No surprise, da-da. And now let me ask, because let me prove these Pakistanis and their kind of Muslims and their extreme level of ignorance here as I'm doing this, while I do this. Let me prove how extremely ignorant and spiritually backward these kind of Muslims and Pakistanis are. Now, do they know what telepathy is? No? How do they think their Prophet Muhammad, was getting messages from, let's say, Allah or Archangel Gabriel, who is Farishta Jibrail for Muslims? Huh? Oh, let me guess. They haven't sat down and thought about that. They haven't sat down and reflected on that. They actually don't know how their Prophet Muhammad, was getting messages from Allah or from Archangel Gabriel, who is Farishta Jibrail for Muslims. Right? Which means what? Which means that they do not even know that their Prophet Muhammad, was telepathic as well, like me. And that's how he was getting his messages from Allah through Archangel Gabriel or Farishta Jibrail. Ding, ding, ding. And you have the audacity to think that I'm crazy? You want to call me crazy? And you want to laugh at me and mock me? Well then, you know what? Prophet Muhammad must have been crazy too. Because this is exactly what he was doing too. And this is exactly how he was doing it too. But you're not realizing that, right? Because you don't know. What do you know about your Prophet even? So you want to drag me to Shariah court? Then I will drag all of you too. I don't care however many of you out there. I will drag you too. And I will make sure that the whole world watches. You are dealing with a warrior here. You're not dealing with no ordinary woman. And I don't care if you believe me or not when I tell you who I am and who my soul is. and who my Ruh is. Ruh for Muslims. You at least have been told about Ruh, right? You at least know about the existence of Ruh and what Ruh is, what soul is, what spirit is. So I don't care if any Muslims out there, whether they be Pakistanis or any other Muslims from any other country and any other part of the world, I don't care if you believe me when I tell you who I am. Because I know who I am. And God, Allah knows who I am. God, Allah knows my truth and knows my soul's truth. And the whole world will know it too. You are dealing with a warrior here, with a caliber of someone like Joan of Arc, and not someone that is one of my soul's past lives. I was Joan of Arc. My soul was Joan of Arc. For Christians. And how many Muslims know who Joan of Arc was? Well, let's see. Let's see what Google says about Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc is a patron saint of France. They're calling her a saint. They recognize her as a saint. What else here? I'm not going to go into all the details. I'm just going to give you some quick facts here. Joan of Arc in medieval France believed that God had chosen her to lead France to victory in its long-running war. And how long was that war? The 100 Years' War. Like that's how long that war was. Joan of Arc believed that she was acting under divine guidance, led the French army in a momentous victory. Joan of Arc, the teenage girl who helped lead a French army to victory. At the age of 18, at the age of 18, Joan of Arc led the French army to victory. So this is the kind of caliber, this is the high level of caliber you're dealing with when you're dealing with me. And that's one of my soul's past lives. Now, how many Muslims out there know about past lives or the existence of past lives? Exactly. How many Muslims know about reincarnation? Exactly. Now, Joan of Arc reincarnation of my soul was in 16th century for Christians. So, what does that mean? That my soul was born in France as a Christian or into Christianity, into the religion of Christianity, a Roman Catholic Christian to be precise, in France in 16th century as Joan of Arc. a warrior who led an army, who led the French army into victory in a long-running, which they call the 100 Years' War. So what does that mean? That war or that battle was running for 100 years? So that's my soul. And one of her reincarnations here on planet Earth as Joan of Arc, as a warrior who led the French army into victory in a long-running, the 100 Years' War, a war that was probably running for 100 years. And my soul was born into the religion of Christianity at that time as a Roman Catholic Christian. And I guess into the body of a white Caucasian woman. That race and that religious background in 16th century. Now let's go back to Aicha or Hazrat Aicha, al-Mu'mineen Aicha for Muslims. Because Joan of Arc was 16th century. So when was Aicha? When was that reincarnation of my soul? Let's go back to 656. That would be 7th century. So we're going back to the 7th century. We're going back further into history now. To all the way to my soul's reincarnation as Aicha or Hazrat Aicha, al-Mu'mineen Aicha for Muslims. So, Google here says they're mentioning the Battle of the Camel in 656, led by Aicha. And there's a mention of Talha and Zubair here. And I think it's also known as the Battle of Basra. Yeah. Right. So, as I said previously, I'm not going to go into the details here because even I have to learn about all this as her human avatar in this lifetime, in this particular reincarnation of this soul, of my soul. But, what does that tell you? That even Aicha was a warrior. And even she led an army. In that lifetime, in that reincarnation in Saudi Arabia in 656 or in the 7th century. So you're not dealing with an ordinary woman when you're dealing with me. You're dealing with a warrior here. And a warrior in history. I'm written down in history as a warrior. As Joan of Arc. As Aicha or Hazrat Aicha, al-Mu'mineen Aicha for Muslims. Joan of Arc for Christians and Aicha, Hazrat Aicha, al-Mu'mineen Aicha for Muslims. I'm written down in history as a warrior. I've led an army. I've led armies. So you're not dealing with just any ordinary woman. You're not dealing with an ordinary woman here when you're dealing with me. So tread carefully. Tread very carefully when it comes to me. I don't care who you are. And I don't care what religious background you belong to. This is the kind of caliber, and this is the high level of caliber you're dealing with when you're dealing with me. And you think that you'll just drag me to a Sharia court and I'll just let you do it? I'll just let you kill me? Just like that? Just like that? That easily? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I'll drag all of you down with me. If you even tried that with me, I'll take all of you down with me then. You just watch. If you even dared to go there with me, if you even tried me in that way. And when I keep telling you that Prophet Muhammad's soul is also present here in this body, in this vessel, in this human avatar, in this avatar, and that he's back here with Aicha as well, because both Prophet Muhammad's soul and Aicha's soul, their souls are in this body, in this vessel, in this avatar right now. Even Prophet Muhammad's soul has come into this body, this vessel, this human avatar, this avatar as a walk-in soul or as a walk-in spirit. But of course, Muslims are not getting it. Pakistanis in particular are not getting it because you are so ignorant spiritually that you don't even know what a walk-in soul or a walk-in spirit is. And instead of learning from me, you want to drag me to Sharia courts to have me killed? And you are so ignorant, and so ignorant spiritually, and just so ignorant generally, but so ignorant spiritually, that you're not even realizing that you're gonna be dragging your own Prophet Muhammad and Hazrat Aicha to the Sharia court and having us killed, that you're gonna be having your own Prophet Muhammad and Hazrat Aicha killed. You are that out of it. And this is why we are back here. Exactly to deal with this kind of BS with the Muslim world and the Muslims that you have created in our names that we have nothing to do with. Because where did Sharia law come from? Where did Sharia court come from? It has not come from Allah. It has not come from Prophet Muhammad. It is made up by men like you, ignorant men who have no connection with Allah. They are spiritually dead inside, as in they are spiritually asleep. They don't even know what that is. I'm sure they don't even know what I mean by that. And you're going to drag me to Sharia court? You're going to drag your Prophet Muhammad and Hazrat Aicha, Al-Mu'mineen Aicha to Sharia court? Because you can't seem to realize, you can't seem to get and understand the fact that Prophet Muhammad's soul is here present in this body, and that Hazrat Aicha, Al-Mu'mineen Aicha's soul is here present in this body, in this avatar. You don't even know what an avatar is. You are that ignorant in general and completely ignorant spiritually. Johala is what you are called in the Quran. Or just in Arabic in general. That's what you are, Johala. And yes, I'm getting loud and aggressive because this occasion calls for exactly that. Because you Muslims are not getting it. I've been trying to tell you, but you're not getting it. So now I have to shout. I have to get loud. I have to get angry. I have to get aggressive. Because maybe that will have an impact. If not on all of the Muslims, then at least some of the Muslims who have any brain cells working up here still, or who have any brain cells left, who can think for themselves instead of being completely ignorant, instead of being johala. And how do I even know about this? Because no one has come and told me about this in real life. These Pakistanis have not come and told me about this. I know about this because I actually am connected to God, to Allah, to Spirit. Direct connection, direct connect. Unlike these people, or unlike these religious authorities who have created this Shariah law and Shariah courts, they're not connected to Allah. They don't have a direct connection with Allah or even Prophet Muhammad in spirit. Not in spirit. Well, now he's back here in this body, so he's not in spirit exactly. Well, the higher self level, higher soul level is, but his soul fractal. And now, see, now I'm talking language that Muslims have never even heard of before, I'm sure. Soul fractal. What's a soul fractal? Soul. You at least know about soul. You at least know what soul is. Ruh. So how did I even get to know about this? How did I even get to know that there's Pakistanis who are, doing this behind my back, behind the scenes? Because I get messages from Allah. Because I get messages from Spirit, from the archangels, from the Arcturians, my star family, and my star ancestors. That's how I know. Just like Prophet Muhammad was getting messages from Allah, and what Muslims have been told through Archangel Gabriel, who is Farishta Jibrail for Muslims. I'm getting messages the same way. And of course, Prophet Muhammad's soul itself is here, present in this body. So he talks to me too. But you wouldn't know what that is, because your souls are dead. Your souls are not even awake. That's why you're spiritually dead. That's why, we say, we call people like you asleep, because you're spiritually asleep, because you're spiritually dead, because you have no connection with your own souls even. You're not even aware of your own souls inside your bodies. If you even have a soul. But I guess the kind of Muslims I'm talking to, you have a soul or a spirit within you. You're just not aware of it. Because you have no connection with your own soul, with your own spirit, with your own ruh. So then how can you have a connection with Allah or Prophet Muhammad even? When you don't even have a connection with your own soul, with your own ruh inside your body. When you're not even aware of your own soul, when you're not even aware of your own ruh inside your body. And you want to drag me to Sharia court? Who knows about my soul? Who knows about where my soul has been in all of her different incarnations and reincarnations here on planet Earth? And who has a direct connection with my soul? And my soul, my ruh, talks to me from within me. And Prophet Muhammad's soul and ruh talks to me from within me too. Because he's here in this body, in this vessel, in this avatar too. But what do you know about all these things, right? But instead of learning from me, you want to drag me to Sharia court, and without realizing that you'll be dragging your own Prophet Muhammad and Aicha, Hazrat Aicha, to Sharia court because, oh, you don't want to believe me when I tell you that is who I am underneath this human body, that is who my soul is, and that is, who the souls are inside this body. Or because you cannot see the soul, you're only seeing this front, this human body. So you're judging and misjudging me in all kinds of wrong ways. You're having all kinds of misconceptions about me. How do I even know about all this going on behind my back, behind the scenes? Allah is watching them do this to me. And Allah knows them. Allah knows who they are. And I'm using the term Allah because that is the term these Muslims recognize for God, for that God energy. Because that's, what they call God. Allah is watching them. Allah is watching you. And if you're still watching me here on my channel, Allah is watching you do this to me. And then Allah is letting me know. Allah is here too with me. And of course the Arcturians, my star family, is letting me know. And of course archangels, in particular Archangel Michael, who is Farishta Mikael for Muslims. The angel of protection, because I'm under his protection as well. They're watching you do this to me behind the scenes. You think no one's watching you? You think no one knows what you're doing? Think again, because Allah is watching you. And then they let me know about it. And that's how I know about what's going on here with all of this. Just like Prophet Muhammad was receiving messages from Allah, from Archangel Gabriel, who is Farishta Jibrail for Muslims. I'm receiving messages from Allah and the archangels and the universe, even Commander Ashtar. I'm sure Muslims don't even know who Commander Ashtar is. And my star family, the Arcturians, my star ancestors. So I'm receiving messages exactly how Prophet Muhammad was receiving messages. And you're still not getting it? Yeah, because you are that ignorant. You are Johala. Still, even after thousands of years, you are still being Johala. You are still being ignorant. You are still refusing to learn. You are still refusing to learn better. You are still refusing to grow. You are still refusing to evolve. Because you don't want to believe someone like me. You don't want to learn from someone like me. You don't even want to believe when I tell you that I am the reincarnation of Hazrat Aicha, Al-Mu'mineen Aicha for Muslims. And that Prophet Muhammad is back here in this body too now. But you're not getting it. Because you are that ignorant and that spiritually backward. That you're not even getting it. That you're not even understanding what I'm trying to tell you here. And the fact that you are so religiously programmed and no brain cells to think for yourself, that you don't even want to believe that Prophet Muhammad is back, that Hazrat Aicha, Al-Mu'mineen Aicha is back here in this body, in this vessel, in this avatar, right now, in these times. that are Judgment Day times, end times, mentioned as end times for Jews and Christians. Judgment Day, mentioned as Judgment Day or Judgment Day times. And that is what? That is mentioned as Qiyamah or Qayamat for Muslims. But of course, I'm sure Muslims will not believe me when I'm telling them that either. They rather think I'm crazy. They rather laugh at me. They rather mock me. And they don't even realize that they're laughing. If they're laughing at me, and when they're laughing at me, and when they're mocking me, and when they're thinking I'm crazy, they're thinking their Prophet Muhammad is crazy. They're laughing at their Prophet too. They're mocking their Prophet too, because their Prophet is present here in this body, in this vessel, in this avatar right now too with me. With Aicha's soul. For Muslims. That's how ignorant and spiritually backward you are. And you still don't want to change. You still don't want to listen. You still don't want to learn any better. You're still refusing to learn. You're still refusing to grow. You're still refusing to evolve out of the stone ages that you're stuck in. And your souls are stuck in hell. Jahannam for Muslims. The lower realms. Purgatory. For Christians, or Christians know it as purgatory. You don't even realize that you are stuck here on earth in a lower dimension, in a lower realm, and that your souls are stuck in hell or Jahannam for Muslims, in purgatory, lower realms. And if you keep up with this kind of behavior and attitude and ignorance, and if you're still refusing to listen to me, still refusing to learn any better, or still refusing to just learn, refusing to grow, refusing to evolve, then your souls are going to stay stuck here on earth, reincarnating, recycling over and over, lifetime after lifetime, like you have been already. And then on the other side, your souls are going to stay stuck in hell, Jahannam, purgatory, lower realms. And when I'm here, back here, and we're back here trying to save your souls, this is what you're doing to us? So your souls can get unstuck from Jahannam. And this is what you're doing to us? You want to drag us to Shariah court and get us killed, have us killed? When we're trying to save your souls, you're not even getting it. You're not getting any of it. Because as I said, you are that religiously programmed. You are that spiritually asleep and that spiritually backward that you don't even want to listen. And you don't even want to listen to reason. Why? Because it's coming from a woman? That's another problem with you Muslims. Especially the Muslim world, who treats women like shit. Pardon my language. But that is the truth. That is the harsh and ugly truth about the Muslim world in particular. And that's another reason why Prophet Muhammad has walked into this body as a walk-in soul, to show you Muslims and the Muslim world to have some respect for women, to have some respect for me as a woman. That's what he's trying to show you. That's why he's walked into this body as a walk-in soul, as a walk-in spirit, to show the Muslim world and Muslims to have some respect for me as a woman, and to have some respect for women in general. That is the reason why he is here right now in a woman's body. But no, Muslims are not going to get that either. So I've been getting these dream downloads, or these dreams from Allah, from Spirit, from the Arcturians, from the Archangels, about this whole court situation, or Sharia court situation, or whatever these Pakistanis are trying to do when it comes to that, and whatever they're trying to do to me when it comes to that. And that's how I know about this. So as I said, tread carefully, tread very carefully with me. Because if any Pakistanis or any Muslims from the Muslim world tried to drag me to a Sharia court to have me killed, I'm telling you, you'll be dragging your Prophet Muhammad and Hazrat Aicha, Mumineen Aicha, to Sharia court. You'll be having your own Prophet Muhammad and Hazrat Aicha, Mumineen Aicha, killed. And then where do you think you're going to go after that? Even if that happened, even if that was even a possibility, you think you're going to go to heaven and get 72 virgins? Come off it. No, you're going straight back to hell, straight back to Jahannam and Jahannam, where your souls are already stuck. That's where your souls are already stuck in. And that's where you're going to go back to. That's where your souls are going to go back to hell, to Jahannam, to Jahannam. For Muslims. And if you drag me to Sharia court, I will mess you all up. Remember that. If you think that I'm just going to lay down and die without even putting up a fight, you're mistaken. You're very much mistaken. You watch. You try and drag me to Sharia court, I'll drag all of you with me and I'll take all of you down with me. You don't know who you're dealing with, even though I've just told you, even though I've explained it to you, but I'm sure some of you are just so thick and just so out of it that you will still not get it. And you're still gonna try me, or you're still gonna try and do things to me. And then we'll see what happens. Because as I said, I'll mess you all up. You just watch. Over and out.